Meantime, Australia Prime Minister Scott Morrison has warned the wildfires currently raging across large areas of the country will continue for months to come. The human cost of the fires is rising, but Australia's wildlife is also suffering almost inconceivable devastation, with one estimate saying 1 billion animals will be killed. John Grant works for the Wildlife Information Rescue and Education Service, joins us now from New South Wales. Hello to you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on the programme this morning. In terms of a normal bushfire season, how does this last few months compare?
Well, good morning, Kate. We've never seen anything like this. This is absolutely unprecedented. Most Australians have been through some sort of bushfire in their lifetime. We get lots of spot fires in summertime, sometimes in wintertime with electricity strikes, but nothing on this scale I don't think has ever been seen before.
What are you able to, we're saying something like 1 billion animals could have been killed by the end of this crisis. That's almost inconceivable. There will be some that survive, thank goodness, that many of them are being brought in to shelters like yours or to support from people like you. What can you do for them?
Well, how it works here is that every animal that comes in, and you have to remember there's all types of injuries that are coming in at the moment. It's everything from burns to dehydration. These bushfires have come on the back of the worst drought we've had in decades as well. So a lot of the animals were under stress anyway. The difficulty for us is sometimes we can't tell whether they're coming from escaping the bushfires or whether it's actually due to stress from the drought previously. So they can be dehydrated, they can be exhausted. Some, of course, have burns on them. Animals that have gone under intense heat stress from the fires can have internal injuries, so they take a while to show up. So what we do is they're always vet assessed first. The vets in New South Wales have been absolutely spectacular. All our animals are vet assessed first, so we know what sort of chance they're going to have of survival. And then our volunteers take them into their homes to look after them, and then we rehabilitate them, and then they're released back into the wild.
Sure, dehydration, starvation, it's making them easy prey for other animals as well. I'm guessing this is going to be a challenge for many months to come, even when the fires have subsided.
Well, Kay, the bigger challenge is that they're escaping, 5 million hectares, I think is the estimate at the moment, of bushland. All of the animals that have escaped have to find new habitat. Now, the habitat that's available has already been depleted by the drought. So one of the things that we're going to have to do as carers and volunteers is that we're going to have to keep those animals in care for as long as we can and keep feeding them until we can release them into areas. So we need the rain so that the bush regenerates, so there's somewhere to actually release them.
How concerned are you that, given the numbers that we're talking about, some native animals of Australia may become endangered?
Oh, we're very concerned. We're very concerned. There are some species in the areas where the fires have gone through. We don't even know what's happened to those populations. We don't know what's going to come of them. Until all of this is over and we can get into those areas, when the impact of it is not going to be known for months, maybe even years. It's going to take a long, long time.
Do you feel that you have now seen the worst of these bushfires, John?
I think we've seen the worst in New South Wales, but I don't know whether your viewers have been following it. The pace of the fires, that they started sort of in southern Queensland, they've moved their way down through New South Wales. They're now on the border of New South Wales and Victoria. Now, how far they progress into Victoria is unknown yet. There's also Kangaroo Island. I think almost 3/4 of that has been burnt out. There's fires in South Australia. They're everywhere.
John, we've been looking at images as we've been talking to you, some of the animals that you have been trying to save. Just a thought before we let you go. When they do come to you, do you find that you can save most of them, or is it 50-50?
Look, I couldn't give you an exact percentage. We save all the ones we can, obviously. Depending on bushfire burns are very difficult. They're difficult for humans, much less animals. So a lot of those animals, for the younger ones that have burnt paws, burnt feet, burnt ears, we can rescue them, we can rehabilitate them and let them know. Ones that have really severe burns that are too dehydrated, we can't save. But look, we have to put a positive spin on it. Our volunteers, there's 2,600 of them across New South Wales. They're doing a fantastic job rescuing as many as we can. They're just coming in day after day after day, and this is going to continue. So the positive spin is as many as we can handle, we're going to rescue and rehabilitate.
And a final thought on funding. Do you have enough money?
When do we ever have enough money? If anyone wants to go to wires.org.au, they can see what's available there, how they can help. They can find out all about Australian animals and what's happening to them. But any donations always welcome. And let me say, we are just overwhelmed with the concern that's been shown by the world for our native animals here. And it's been absolutely wonderful.
Just tell me again, wires.org.au?
Wires.org.au. Yes.
Okay, brilliant. We'll put that up on our website. It's good to talk to you. Amazing work that you're doing, John. Thanks very much indeed for taking the time to speak to us. We appreciate it. John Grant, spokesperson for Australian Wildlife Rescue Organisation. Thank you.